Can I talk now?
Yeah. You can go straight away if you want.
Oh, do you want me to start now?
Yeah. You don't have to look at the camera for this. You can just look wherever you want.
Okay, so you're recording it now? Or?
Yeah, still recording.
Still recording. Do you need to stop it and start it again? No? Okay. I first found a lump December. Actually, no, it was November. And I remember feeling it in the shower. I didn't do anything about it. I kept on feeling it, thinking, is that a lump or is it not? I didn't do anything. We were going to go to Florida. So we went to Florida. So before we went to Florida, I did speak to my friend, Helen, and she said you needed to go to a doctor's. So I said, I'll do it when I come back from holiday. So she said, no, you need to go straight away. I didn't. I went to Florida. I think the reason I didn't go straight away was because my other friend had cysts. So I was thinking, no, it's going to be a cyst because she had them previously, and I think it'll be fine. So I went to Florida, came back, made an appointment, went to the doctors, and the doctor basically said, yes, I think it's going to be a cyst. So, but we'll give you an appointment to have it checked out. So anyway, 2 days later, an appointment came through, in which I thought, well, that's quite quick. So I went to the hospital, in which they did tests. They had a biopsy, an ultrasound, and took me into this other room, and there was 2 nurses, 2 consultants, and they said, yes, no, it's not a cyst, it could be cancerous, but we don't know for sure. Okay, so she then asked me, are you with anybody? And I said, no. So she said, you're going to be okay to drive home? So I said, yeah, I'm fine. So I drove home, never really took it all in, just thinking the worst, as you do. So I got home, and my husband, I told my husband, and he didn't really comment too much. So we went back a week later, which was the longest week of my life. I did speak to my friends about it, and they all sort of assured me it's going to be a cyst, it's going to be a cyst. And I think deep down I knew it wasn't, because of the reactions of the consultants, etc. Because they didn't say 100% sure it wasn't cancer, but they just said it wasn't a cyst. So I went back, and they said yes, it is cancer. It's grade 3, which is the rigorous grade, and you're going to need to have mastectomy and chemotherapy, and you're going to have to be on medicine for the next 5 years of your life. So when he said all that, I think my mind sort of just switched off, and I never took it all in. So we came away from the hospital. We had an appointment for the mastectomy in 2 weeks' time, which is quite quick. So I remember having to tell all my family, which is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do, especially my mum. And I don't think they quite could believe it either, and I think they must have congregated. And so and then my other friend told my other friend, and then we decided to come down south to see all the family, and we sort of talked about it and what the next step is, etc. And we went away just before the operation, just to try and get our head around it. And so I don't know, I can't say, was I scared? Yeah, I was scared, but I was very, very positive, because I think, you know what, it's not the end of the world. There's worse things. I felt that I had actually found it quite early, so you know, I didn't think that I was going to die or anything at any one stage. So I just carried on as normal. So I had the operation. I remember going in for the operation, went to Center Parcs, and the night before I was having the operation the next day, and I do remember breaking down then and thinking, I really am scared now. I'm going to have one of my breasts chopped off, which is a scary thought. I'd never had an operation before in my life. I didn't know what to expect, and I think that's when it really, really hit me, thinking, you know, complications could happen, etc. So anyway, I had the operation, then I had to have chemotherapy afterwards, and then radiotherapy. Chemotherapy was, yeah, it was an experience, because I had it at our house, so I was quite lucky in that respect, because I know people have gone to the hospitals to have it, and I can't imagine anything worse, having to travel to the hospital and back and sitting with a load of strangers. So I think I'm quite fortunate to have it at home. The chemo wasn't too bad actually. It was just the symptoms afterwards of being sick, and especially with the kids around as well, which is not nice for them to see either. So anyway, but I got through it. There was a couple of times I had to cancel because I had an abscess and my immune system was down, but that was part of the course. I think for me, it was the best thing for me to do was just carry on as normal. I carried on doing, in between chemotherapy, I carried on doing my karate. I went on to get my black belt. I think it was really, really important just to carry on as normal your life as possible. And I think that's probably what got me through it, and my friends. So after having that operation, the chemotherapy, then I had to go to have radiotherapy, which I had to travel 15 miles every day for 7 days. And you're only there for like 2-3 minutes and having radiotherapy, so that was quite tiring. So after that, then I had to start rebuilding my life, and then obviously had to have reconstruction of my breast. So from then on, it's just building my life back up again and just putting it behind me, which is like 5-6 years ago now. And now it is just a distant memory, but yeah, there's always that thought of it could come back, but I don't really think about it too much now. I'm still with the reconstruction. I think that's just part of the parcel of the operations, and it didn't go as well as I expected, because the first operation I had became infected, so I had to have another implant put in, and so we're still building up the right breast. But I think going through this has made me a stronger person. It does put your life in perspective, and I do want to do as much as I can in my life. But so yeah, it's just I don't know, to me I was quite fortunate. I found it in time, and you just have to deal with it and move on. So I think that's, yeah. Enough.
Yeah. If you want to just close your eyes now, I'll just time it and just think about everything you just said. Oh, difficult.
Is that not supposed to happen?
No.